evening. Good evening, Black and Married with Kids. I am so excited to be with you guys on this amazing Tuesday for this topic. So I want you guys to tune in, to chime in, let me know where you're from. But thank you so much for Lamar and Ronnie in having me, Arielle Fuller, the co-owner of Dunamis Women Enterprise, with my mom, which you guys are usually seeing her on Tuesdays here. But together we guide women in faith through spiritual mentorship, prayer, and coaching so they can experience healing within their soul and transform their life and relationships through the power of God. And so I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight on Black and Married with Kids to talk about this topic of what to do when another woman wants your man. I mean, women, I definitely want you guys to chime in on here. Let me know where you're from, because I want to be able to see you all's comments as well, and hopefully that I could see them while I'm on here. But comment below your city, your state, where you're from. I want to be able to see you guys' comments as well, because this is a topic that I think a lot of women can relate to. Probably wives can relate to, single women can relate to. Hey Dion, how are you? When you have this man that you love, you have this man. Hi, from Minnesota, from New York. Thank you for tuning in. But you have this man that you love, that you desire, or maybe you're dating, or maybe you're married to him. And what do you do when another woman wants him? This is really what we're going to talk about today. So wives, you can join in on this. Single women, you could join in on this. Men, you could join in on this. Hey, from Detroit, Michigan, share this on your page right now, because I'm pretty sure some woman is going to get something out of this teaching. All right? Because I put the title for a reason. Hi from Texas. How are you, Danita? What to do when another quote-unquote woman wants your man. Before I get started with this teaching, I want you to comment below, I've been there. If you have experienced this before, if you have been in a relationship with someone before, if you're married and you have experienced someone who wants the person that you are either dating, that you're married to, someone that has committed to you, really comment below that you've been there. And yes, these questions, I'm glad you guys are coming with questions, Gloria and Eddie, because we are definitely going to answer these questions. Can she really want him if he's not can be taken? This is all these things that come up in our mind. And so comment below, been there. Say I've been there. If you've been there and you've had this experience, comment below and say you've been there. Hey, from Chicago. I'm from Chicago too, so thank you for tuning in. But I'll be really quick with you guys, but also very serious, okay? Because I'm coming on here with this topic, what to do when another woman wants your man. But this is not a topic that I want you to take lightly. This is not a topic that I want women to look at and say, yeah, what am I going to do because somebody else wants my man? Just like someone said, well, what if he isn't taken? No, I'm going to really challenge you to think from a different perspective. Because yes, a woman may want a man, but a man may not want her. But it's not about the woman. And I'm going to challenge you all with this. So stay with me as you're listening to this topic, as we're going to dive into this topic, because there's so much more meaning behind this title. And a lot of times the world just be like, well, that's my man and that's my husband. And what's she going to do? She's just going to take my husband and man. It goes beyond that. And that's why I love the fact that you guys have questions. So put your questions down below. Put your insight down below, because I'm going to be reading them. But what to do, okay? So if you have been here, you've been in this situation, and there's another woman that necessarily wants your man. First off, no matter if you are a wife, no matter if you are single, which there's going to be a difference, I'm going to break this down. The first thing that you have to do as a woman, when there is someone else that wants your man, all right? First you have to do is you have to free him. And by freeing him, let me break down what I mean by free him, okay? Because I'm not just saying just let him go to the other woman, okay? For all y'all that's going to be like, girl, what you talking about, free him? I ain't freeing my husband. No. Free him. And by freeing him, what I mean with this, and yes, you got to be secure, but this has nothing to do with security and trust. This has everything to do with you as a woman. And that's why I really want you to be able to listen to this. So what I mean by free him means that no matter if you are a wife, no matter if you are a woman in a serious dating relationship, that man does not belong to you. Now, there's a difference whether you are a wife and whether you are in a serious relationship. If you are a wife, then that man has chosen you as the woman in his life as his wife. So to a certain capacity, he has chosen you and you have accepted. So in that standpoint, you guys are a union. If you are in a serious dating relationship though, and this man has never got down on one knee, he has never, said verbally that I want you to be my wife, that man, unfortunately, still does not belong to you. And by freeing him, what I mean is freeing him not just to go to another woman, freeing him out of your emotions and your soul. Because guess what? Before you even met that husband, before you even met that man belonged to somebody else, and it wasn't another woman. If you were spiritual, and I put spiritual mentorship, that man belonged to Christ. Please share that so women want to think some of us are faithful like me. Yes, but I'm going to get to you guys' questions while you're doing this. But know that when you're freeing him, you're letting go of your control. And you're saying, this man does not belong to me. He does not belong to me. Because oftentimes when we have this thing of, oh, she want my man, we're taking ownership like men are like objects. And men are not objects. It is not my man. We have to get ourselves back into a position of understanding really who does this man belong to? Because even though another woman may have their eye on this man, who does that man really belong to? If you guys are following me so far, because I'm telling y'all it's a lot that I'm going to go into this, put down below, comment, I'm following you. Put I'm following you, I'm following you, I'm following you. I just want to make sure that you guys are on board with what I'm saying, okay? So you're going to free them to the hands of God because, see, here's what God did. Whether you are in a serious dating relationship, whether you are just now meeting someone, and whether you have been married, God has positioned that man to be in your life. He saw you as a woman and he said that this is the man that I'm going to position into your life. But see, when he positioned you in your life, God said, I still protect him though. I'm still his main protector. Just because of the fact that I position him, you got to let go of your mindset of the fact that he belongs to you, because then you're not letting me be the protector that I need to be. All right, so that's what I mean by freeing him back to the person that positioned him, back to the person that is responsible for protecting him. Now, does that mean that you don't have anything to do as a woman? Yes, you do have something to do, and that's what we're going to tie into. You do have something to do. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Eloise. Thank you, Clover, for following me and keeping with me. But there's something that you need to do. But the first thing you need to do when you see that there's another woman that wants your man, I didn't say that she got him. I didn't say that he's following her. I didn't say that he's liking her. But you see that there's someone else, another woman that wants your man. You got to free him. That's the first thing you got to do. You got to say, okay, God, I see this. You're revealing this to me, and I need to free him back unto you because you were the one that positioned him in my life, and you were the one that's going to protect him from whoever this woman, which I'm going to identify who this woman is in a couple seconds, whoever she is, okay? Because this person was connected to you, all right? So the second thing that you need to necessarily do is, one, realize, and I'm going to go to the second point, but when I say the woman who wants my husband, let me be clear with you guys. This woman is disguising herself to be a woman, but what I like to call them, and what my mom and I call them, especially at Dunamis Women Enterprise, where we teach spiritual guidance, and this is not a woman, but she is a witch. This is someone who is coming to take what she feels belongs to her. See, you as the woman know that you need to free him back to who he belongs. But the witch looks at him and she says, I want that. And that witch is underneath the operation of the enemy. It's called the spirit of Jezebel. Because the enemy is in a battle between God and the devil. And so what God says is mine, the enemy is saying, no, I want that too. So when that woman, quote unquote woman, comes in disguise, and when she looks like disguise because she got the boobies, she got the butt, she got the breasts, she got the nice talk, she got the lips, she got the makeup. She looks good because the enemy is using her as a disguise because she's saying, I want what that is. I want that man. I want to take him from that woman. I want to take him from that marriage. I want to take him from those children. I want to take him from his purpose. I want to take him and possess him to do what I want him to do. And so what you guys have to, it's deceiving. And what you have to understand is that woman is not a woman, but she is operating, she's unhealed. Any woman who sees a man with another woman, whether married or not, and decides in her head that she is going to take him, is not a healed woman. I don't care if that marriage is jacked up. When you decide to, I don't care if that relationship is jacked up. When you decide and you look at that man and say, I'm going to take him. When you create a plan, when you create a scheme to figuring out how you can take that man from the woman that he is proclaiming to be with, that is not a woman operating, that is a witch operating. Because what a witch does is she plans and she plots and she identifies what it is that she wants to use for her own gain. So if you guys are liking this, I see all your comments. I see the manipulation. Yes, the witchcraft. Please share this, share this, share this, share this. Because this is so important and this is an epidemic that is going on right now. And I really want you all to understand this. And if you're just now tuning in, my name is Ariel. I thank Lamar and Ronnie for having me here on Black and Married with Kids. Because my mom and I were the co-owners of a company called Dunamis Women Enterprise, where we guide women of faith through spiritual mentorship, prayer, and coaching so that they can experience healing to transform their life and relationships. And so as we're going through this topic, yes, you guys are so right. She's being used by the devil. She's the demonic spirit. Yes, thank you, Marilyn, for sharing this. So when you free him, you're saying, God, I'm freeing him back unto you, because I can't control the demonic witches and schemes that the devil is using, but you see all what I can't see. When he's at work, you see what I can't see. When he's going to the grocery store, you see what I can't see. When he's going on vacation, you see what I can't see. So when you free him back, then you're saying, God, I'm communicating with you because you're the ultimate person that is protecting him. Okay? Fred, thank you for your comments. Eloise, thank you for your comments. If you guys are not going to be proactive on this live and be very active and supportive, you can go ahead and get off. I'm telling y'all, because this is a serious thing that is going on right now, okay? So you're testing the foundation. And so the second thing you need to do after freeing him, and you identify that this is a witch, not necessarily a woman, okay? When you free him, the second thing you need to do is you need to let go of your feelings. Because see, oftentimes women, our feelings is what gets us in a state where we cannot actually implement what I'm about to tell you guys to implement. Your feelings are what gets you caught up and makes you feel weak. Because see, when there's a woman that you feel that wants your husband, when there's a woman that you feel that wants the person that you are dating, your confidence gets shattered. You get weak. You say, God, what did I do wrong? Why me? Did I mess something up? And so the enemy is using this witch to shatter your confidence. I hope you guys are getting this. I hope you all are getting this tonight. And the reason why I'm so passionate about this topic is because this is what we are going through. I have been through this even at 28 years old. And people would say, Ariel, you're not married, so you don't understand. Marriage, y'all, if y'all don't understand this right now, has nothing to do with the souls of men. It has nothing to do with what what the devil is trying to do when it comes to our men, especially our black men. And so when you are married and you are a wife, this is why you really need to listen to what I'm saying. And if you are a mature woman who's in a relationship, definitely take some notes in this, because this is what you can apply. Okay? If he is stepping out, why blame the other woman? He tells the other woman lies to be with her. Yes, and we're gonna go into all this stuff about, because one, when you're underneath the hand of a witch, you're deceived, okay? And I could speak from this experience because I've had this experience in my own life, first off, with men that are very serious friends in relationships with me, and I've seen what's happened to them. But two, I've experienced this with my own mom and seeing it in my own household with my own stepdad. And I saw that as a woman, as a spiritual woman, how she stood and she stand and she helped coach him and guide him. And I saw the gaze that was over his mind when he stepped out. Because see, when you're operating underneath the hands of a witch, your mind is not thinking clearly. And that's what the whole thing that the enemy wants to do. He wants to take the man off the mark so that he cannot think clearly, so that he cannot figure out how to handle all these different things. So one, you got to get out of your feelings. You gotta stop feeling weak. And when you get out of your feelings, what does this mean? That means you need to get strengthened up spiritually. Because if you are in your feelings, you're going to get weak. If you're in your feelings, you're going to keep talking talking to people who can't really help you, talking to all these girls and girlfriends and you on the phone and FaceTime and you're just telling all your business out there. You're just talking to everybody, okay? And so thank you for hearing me, Sonia. Or Sonia, so you keep talking. And then what you do when you're in your feelings is you try to figure everything out. So when you understand that you need to free him, and then when you understand that you need to learn how to govern your feelings, yes, spiritual warfare, that's what we're about to go into, then you know that you are not the one to try to figure this out. And so God can't use you freely when you're stuck in your feelings. But this is what the other woman wants you to be, so that she can deplete you, so that you cannot operate in in the God-given authority that he has given you as a wife. And if there's a man that's serious in your life as a relationship, then if you're walking in my shoes, sometimes those men are assignments. They're spiritual assignments that you have to build you up as a woman. And so this is important because you got to get out of your feelings, okay? So if you follow me, comment below. Number 1, you got to free him. Comment free him. Say if you follow me, say free him. Number 2, say you got to get out your feelings. You got to get out your feelings, because this has nothing to do with your feelings. And when you're in your feelings, you're going to get weak. When you're in your feelings, you're not going to be able to implement this third step that I'm going to tell you to do. And women, I know that it hurts when we are in our feelings. It hurts. You keep crying. You're getting depleted. Yes. So you're getting depleted to where you can't be used. You get depleted to where you can understand. You get depleted to where you start nagging, where you start talking, where you start trying to figure all these things out. And God is saying, I need you to do something more. So I don't need you on your feelings. I don't need you on Facebook. I don't need you on FaceTime with your girls. I don't need you operating in fear. But there's something else that I need you to do. And this is what I'm going to give you all in this last third tip, that when there's a woman, a witch that wants not your man, because we learned it ain't your man, God's man, God's son. Here's what you need to do. All right, so I see free him. Get out your feelings. I see free. Okay, so you guys have followed me. Thank you for following me. And if you're just now tuning in, jump right on into this conversation. You can comment, replay once you watch this later. Okay, so the third thing as a woman, the woman, not a woman, as the woman that is in this man's life, what you need to do is you got to learn how to fight. That's the third thing you got to have to learn how to do. You're going to have to learn how to fight. And this fight is not a spiritual fight. I mean, not a fleshly fight. It's a spiritual fight. Okay, this is a fight that you have to implement within the spirit, and God wants to build you up so that you can learn how to fight. Not the other woman, because this is what happens in the world. Other women just start fighting other women. And they be like, you want my man, girl? And they just swinging and they fighting. No, I've already identified that this woman in disguise is a witch. And there is a fight that you have with the enemy, because the enemy is not going to have his way in any man's life. Whether this is your husband, whether this is the man you're dating, whether this is your son, whether this is your brother, whether this is your uncle, everybody can have someone they can experience with this. So you got to learn how to, yes, zip your lips and tap into spiritual warfare and a fight that you are going to implement. Because, see, God wants to put you, God is using this situation. He's using this everything that the devil tries to use for evil, God will turn around for good. I hope y'all know this. So he's using this because he's saying, hey, Shirley, hey, Denise, hey, Robin, I'm trying to get you back into your position from a spiritual standpoint. Because, see, what happened is you got comfortable with this man. You got comfortable with having him as your husband. You got comfortable being in your flesh and in your feelings. But I don't ever want you to get comfortable to where you cannot position yourself to where I need you to be spiritually. And so God will shift some things around that the enemy is trying to use, but he will use that for your good and say, hey, I need you to start doing something. Because oftentimes when this happens, no woman has ever came to my mom or to us for coaching and said, I just knew that my husband was going to cheat on me. I just knew the man was going to cheat. No one has ever known that. No one has ever wanted that. No one has ever wanted that. So the thing is, it catches us off guard. But see, if you stay in position, things cannot catch you off guard. So where's the man's accountability? Cheryl, that's a great question. The man's accountability is with God. Because, see, when God can get him, only God can detour a man's decision to get him back into his destiny. See, as women, this is why you got to get out of your feelings, because then when you're in your feelings, you like, well, you need to be accountable to me. You need to be the one telling me. And really, we cannot idolize, like you said, the man. But we start understanding who this man really is and who he belongs to. And that's why I said you free him, because his accountability is unto God. See, when he made a commitment to choose you as his wife, when he stood at that altar, he made that commitment to you, but he also held himself accountable to God. And so even if he does step out in the marriage, even if he does step out in his relationship, he still has to be held accountable back unto God. And you cannot tell me that God can't bring restoration back into his life. But see, as a woman, if you're so caught up in your feelings, if you're so caught up in bitterness, if you're so caught up in your brokenness, which is hard, y'all, I'm telling you, it's hard to get out of here. And this is why at Dunamis Woman, we start with healing first. Because when you start to feel like he's accountable to you, you start to be your own God. And God will bring back restoration to your heart based upon your obedience. And this is what fighting is. It's saying, God, I'm going to be obedient to you. I'm going to be obedient to you as the authority within my life. I'm going to be obedient to you as a protector, as the provider. I'm going to be obedient to you first before I'm obedient to my husband, before I'm obedient to my children, before I'm obedient to anyone else. I'm going to be obedient to you first. And that's where God needs you to be. And so this is so important. I hope you guys are getting this. I hope you all are enjoying this. And like I said, please don't take for granted, oh, Ariel, you're young, and Ariel, you're not married. This is all, you get caught up in that, you're going to miss what I'm saying. If you get caught up in that, you're going to miss what I'm saying. You're going to miss what I'm actually saying. And so tonight, what I want to tell you all, if you thought this was good, okay? If you thought this was good, tonight we are doing a workshop called How to Destroy the Witch That Wants My Husband. My mom is teaching this workshop in about an hour, okay? And she's doing it tonight, and she's doing it to September 25th. And I want you to get registered. If you are saying that you are ready to fight, if you are saying you're ready to start implementing things, whether you're going through this or not, trust me, don't think that because you're not going through this, that God still doesn't need you to fight. Because see, when you're proactive, then you don't have to be reactive. And so that's what happens is a lot of women start being reactive because they didn't take the time and energy to be proactive and learn how to fight spiritually before the danger even came. And so you got to learn how to be proactive against the enemy. And so this is exactly what I want you to do. So I put the link, bit.ly/workshop, DW workshops. And I want you to go there and register. If you are a mature single, you can be on this workshop tonight. Don't think because, it just says how to destroy the witch that wants my husband, because I always talk about protecting your future husband. See, the things that I'm learning now, I'm glad that I'm learning it now from my mom, because I'm not even married yet. But see, when I do get married, when the man does say, Ariel, I'm choosing you as my wife, I'm not coming in trying to figure this thing out. You're always learning and growing, but I'm saying that I already see the schemes that the enemy is going to try to use. I already see the things that he's going to try to do to take the husband away from me. And so if you are a mature single like myself, definitely you can get on this workshop, but I want you all to register. I want you to invest in your spiritual development and go to that link, bit.ly/DW workshops with the S. Go there and register for this workshop, because I'm telling you what my mom is about to teach women tonight on this workshop is going to literally blow your mind. Gloria, no, it is not a free webinar. Unfortunately, it is not. We will be doing some more free challenges, but this webinar is $45. It's an investment that you are making within your spiritual development, within the kingdom, within yourself. And I'm telling you, you will not regret it. I promise you, you will not regret it. Because honestly, every time that I sit down, see, I can't confuse what I do for God as who I am in God. And so even, thank you, Diva, for saying I'm beyond my years. So even what she teaches and even what she learns, I still invest in it because it's in my development. All right, so definitely don't let the price or anything confuse you, but I want you to definitely invest in yourself. Now, we do free things, and if you want to get connected and you say, Ariel, I really just can't do it tonight, I got like 3 cents in my bank account and that's it, join our Mighty Christian Women Facebook group. In there you will find out all the updates of what is going on within our lives. But I want you, if you have it and this is pressing on you and you say, Ariel, I love what you were teaching tonight, Please do not take it for granted, and I want you to go register for that workshop. I'm divorced, and this time I'm doing it different by learning and letting God prepare me for my next husband. Yes, and if you're divorced, join this workshop. I mean, as long as you are a mature, spiritual woman and you're saying I'm willing to learn, then it's definitely going to be worth the investment for you to invest in. So go to that link. I believe Michelle put it down below, bit.ly/GW workshops. I'm going to hop off of here because I got to get on there to learn and to take some notes and to glean. So I definitely want you to take action. You don't pay online with cards, Gloria. You can actually pay through PayPal if you want to. If you do have PayPal, or what you can do is, you know what? DM me. Actually, just DM me, message me, and we'll figure something out and get you on that workshop tonight. All right? So DM me with your email. The name of our page is Dunamis Woman Enterprise. DUNAMIS Woman Enterprise. Once you guys log off of here, you're gonna see that link. You'll see everything tagged that you can be able to go there and sign up. Also, you can DM. If I say you could DM me, you could also DM Michelle, who's commenting on here, for information if you don't like paying with credit cards. Thank you guys. Thank you, Kalisa. I'm glad that you all enjoyed this. If you enjoyed it, comment below, say you enjoyed it. I'm honest that I can come in here and bring this message to you all. I thank Lamar and Ronnie for having me on here. Y'all, I probably was fired up because this is what I'm going through right now. And when you learn how to not shut up, and you start learning how to start saying things out of your mouth and speaking things, I promise you it shifts you. Because when my mom called me, she said, Ariana, I need you to get on Facebook Live. I was like, I don't want to do this. Yeah, I'm not even lying. But I'm glad I did. And I'm glad that you guys were here with me. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Robin. I'm glad that you were here, Eloise. I'm glad that you got it, Twiggy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you. Thank you, Sonia. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you, Diva Jim. I hope to see you all on that workshops. He said, who wants my man? Vanessa, you can't give up your man, okay? That man is yours. Every woman got her own issues that she can handle with a man. I promise you she does. So I enjoyed talking with you guys. I hope to see you all next week. My mom will be on here next week. I hope you got something out of this. And so I love you guys so very much. I'm going to be on the workshop and hope to see you all there. If you didn't see it from the beginning, Patricia, definitely do the replay. It's going to be on here. You can get the replay. So thank you guys. I love you. I'm going to stay on here and talk to y'all all night if I don't get off. All right. Enjoyed you too, Christopher from North Carolina. Go like our page, go join that Facebook group, and most importantly, go get on the workshop to get developed. Marilyn, I'm glad that it was confirmation to your soul. Yes, Vanessa with these emojis. I'm glad you stumbled onto it by accident, Latasha. All right, I love you guys so very much. I'm going to see you on that workshop, How to Destroy the Witch That Wants My Husband, Witches versus Women. Get on there tonight and get some development and get some teaching so that you can prosper and transform your life and relationships through the healing power of God. Good night, you all. I love you so very much. And thank you, Lamar and Ronnie, for having me on here.